So it's finally been confirmed. Islam Makhachev's going to fight BENIAL Dariush, and I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I said for the longest time that an Islam Makhachev versus BENIAL Dariush, it's not a fight that's been 100% confirmed, but it's been targeted by the UFC to headline an event in February. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's 155 pounds, 5-round title fight. Not title fight. It's not a fight for the title, but it's almost like a title eliminator, I'd say. So yeah, to see who actually comes out on top, because in my opinion, there's two people really contesting to fight the winner of Dustin Poirier versus Charles Oliveira, and that's Islam Makhachev and Justin Gaethje. Now, Justin Gaethje's already had a fight with Dustin Poirier. It was a great fight, but I think it's fair to say that Dustin Poirier, it was somewhat competitive, but I think Dustin Poirier quite clearly won that fight. It was quite handily he won that. So the only way in the equation that it looks like it might be an interesting proposition would be if Justin Gaethje fights Charles Oliveira, because he's been talking a lot of stuff about Charles Oliveira recently. So a fight between them two would be quite interesting. But a fight between Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier, yes, I'll definitely watch it. But I feel like there's so much new blood within the lightweight division within the UFC that I feel like I want to watch more new fights as well. I don't just want to watch the old fights that have already happened. I want to see new things that are happening right now. Just my mentality towards the sport in general. I mean, who wants to watch the same thing over and over again? It's not as exciting as the new fights that could potentially happen. So, in my opinion, both Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev are contending to fight for that position where they could fight for the title next. And obviously, Justin Gaethje's just had a breakout performance against Michael Chandler. So from that perspective, I just think like it's the right time for him to actually pick that position. I mean, it was a very good performance. That Islam Makhachev's going to have to do something really impressive for him to get a title shot. In the ideal world, I would like to see Islam Makhachev and Justin Gaethje fight each other, because if they both fight each other, whoever wins that fight could fight for the title. But obviously, we don't live in the ideal world, so obviously the dates have not clashed in that type of way. So maybe it's a fight that can happen after this, but it's going to take a long time for us to actually see what actually happens. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to a fight between Islam Makhachev versus BENIAL Dariush. I think a lot of people do look past Dariush. He's a really nice guy, and as a person, I've got a lot of time for the guy. But truth be told, he's not the most exciting fighter in my opinion. So yeah, in my opinion, seeing who wins that fight will be interesting. But I think I'm leaning towards Islam Makhachev. I think Islam Makhachev has got the beating of this guy. He does have the beating of him. Like that. And yeah, definitely I think this is a very, I want to say it's an easy way, because BENIAL Dariush is no joke. Don't get it twisted, he's on a 7-fight win streak for a reason. Obviously I think the win against Tony Ferguson is a bit overrated, because Tony Ferguson is just not the same. I think anyone within the top 10 can beat Tony Ferguson at this moment in time, including Conor McGregor. And that's ironic, because Conor McGregor is quite washed at the moment. So yeah, I think at this point in time, Tony Ferguson might be able to beat Dan Hooker, but apart from that, I think everyone who's a serious contender at 155 beats Tony Ferguson, which is it's quite tragic, because Tony Ferguson is one of my favourite fighters, but it's just the cruel reality of MMA. And I think BENIAL Dariush has got an artificially high ranking because of the fact that he beat Tony Ferguson. And I think Dariush is gonna quite easily beat him. Not Dariush, sorry. I think Islam Makhachev is gonna quite easily beat Dariush. So yeah, it's an interesting fight, but my money's on Islam Makhachev to win. But obviously, anything can happen in MMA, and Dariush might beat the odds again and beat him. But we have to wait and see what actually happens. So yeah, that's just my opinion on this fight, just initial thoughts. Tell me what you think, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.